look dark.
Do you want
And then,
Do you want an apron?
and then, no, I'm just giving you an example here. And if they dry, they dry light gray again. That's the same with watercolor. So let's link all of this together. So anything that's a 2 or a 3 can be painted as a 2, because in theory I should be able to go over it with something darker later.
Okay.
So let's do that. Let's just start here, because I know this is going to be in shadow if the sun's coming over here, this point. All right. And so is this reflection under here. It's going to be something like that. But remember, I want to link everything. So if the sun's coming here, the backside of this tree is definitely not a 1. It's going to be a 2. Let's just link this right in for the most part there, like that. And we're going to have some 2 values. If this side of the rock is sunlit, but this is in shadow. Like so. Like that. And then we have to save this sunlit edge right here of that tree. And the pines up in the sky here. Maybe there's a few sticking out there. Good. But the side of this tree. And you can vary it. This doesn't all have to be exactly the same mid-value. Let's make that just a little lighter. But still link these together. You'll be surprised at how this all starts to turn out. And you can already see, can you see the light of the morning or the afternoon or whatever?
So are you going to do this painting just in the grays and the
Yep,
blues?
for now. And then I'm going to do it in color before we go to the dark.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah,
so I'm
I
going to
was
do
wondering.
this.
Okay.
Then I'm going to this before we
Right,
add
so
the
we're
darks, and
doing
I'll show you
3.
how to do this step there in color.
Okay.
Yes, okay, thank you for the
And do you
question.
do this process like every time you paint?
Oh, not every time, but in theory, I should.
What about when you're in the churches? And
I work out a little sketch that's in proportion ahead of time. That's either black and white or in color or both. And I have it right at my feet, so I can reference it
keep
real
looking.
quick.
Do you draw it out at all on your?
I do. I have a little sketch like this on the canvas, really lightly,
Okay.
so I know at least where my major
where you're
markers
at.
are.
You
Yeah.
know where you're at.
Yeah. So let's say, since the sun's kind of around and back, it's going to cast a shadow off these trees about like this. And then a lot of this, since it's summertime and there's so much foliage, it'll just be
Random world.
shadowed there. But we need to keep connecting now all of these mid-values together. So this here will connect. And if any of you ever want to come around and see it the right side up, just come right around the
This
table.
is the light where you're going to leave the...
That's going to be the light
Right.
edge there. So the confusing part, here's where I try to figure out how can I teach this better, is step number 1, we actually paint that when we go to this. Here I just left it blank, because we put in all of our light, like pastel sky and all this fun stuff. But here, it's just nothing. So I don't know if that makes any sense at this point. But so then this point of land back here, be like so, and then we've got that little distant piece of land there. And we're going to have a few of these branches that hang down and out here, and however that's going to be. We just get the general idea here with this. We don't have to paint the completed picture. But it shows me, first of all, does it work? That's the number 1 thing I'm looking at. And if this doesn't work, then the color painting's not going to work.
So when you do watercolor, like when I paint with acrylics or oils, I use so many different brushes.
Mhm.
You can kind of just use the same one, can't you?
Well, some of these, they're designed, I can do a point at the end, or I can
Yeah.
lay it down and have it be wide. But I use quite a few different brushes too. You see in here all these brushes that I have. I try and use as big as I can until I can no longer use that big one. And then I
Is there a certain kind that you?
These are called silver,
Silver.
these black ones.
Okay.
Silver Brush Company, same with this. This is a spendy one. These are the sable
Oh,
I don't even know what
Are
brand it
those
is.
all watercolor brushes?
Yep, they are, but this brush here is like $70 just for the brush. But some of these here are probably $20 brushes,
I just
and they
bought
work
a
really
silver
well.
one, yeah, from the 12.
Yeah. So this will dry, and I'm gonna stand back for just a bit so you can see it stay right where you're at. And it's only the middle values, not the dark yet. When you see the light, you can kind of see how the light starts
Totally.
to come out of there.
It already looks like
Yeah.
a picture.
So that's what you're going for, is simplicity, but yet the light and shadow. Okay? And
You can already tell exactly. that it's
so we're gonna go from here now to the